execution is great. You love the energy they're playing. They looked energized in this game.
And now, having said all that, it's only halfway through. And so Steph Curry laying that up and in. We mentioned Jimmy Butler issue, questionable whether he would play. So Moody starts, and Moody comes up with a steal. Steph with the trail three. So a Curry layup, a Curry three off the Moody steal, and now...
Well, you're trying to make the Suns give up a little bit here. Warriors are in a zone. I doubt they will. They're probably going to try to go on a run here, but this is the start you're looking for.
And Curry knocking it away from Grayson Allen. The Draymond Express coming into the station. Dangerous pass to comes Allen headed the other way. Steph with kind of a foul to just get the number of guys that have made 20 or more threes on their team. But if they're going to miss, just leave it to one and done. Just one rebound after every miss, back out to Curry, and missing that three because in a row, all of a sudden, you got a game.
Well, that's the thing. If they can force turnovers and get offensive rebounds, that'll help them get back in it as Royce O'Neal knocks one down and blows a kiss.
While he's 26 threes in the first 8 games of the season. Draymond trying to... These are passes that don't need to be made right now. The Warriors have had a couple turnovers. Ryan Dunn backing it up. That three wouldn't stay down.
So with Draymond, he has to understand now they're kind of playing him. Maybe your floater there. You may have to go score.
Curry missing that three.
Because they're kind of sagging off of him on those.
Devin Booker from the baseline.
He just takes his time. And he kind of walks. Highest paid guy in the league right now per year as Steph dribbles off his foot.
Okay, so 5 turnovers the entire first half.
Got to be careful.
And 3 in 2.5 minutes. And this is what bedeviled the Warriors in their losses on the road.
You have mental lapses throughout some of these games. You're not able to keep your focus road, but you lose your focus here. You let the Suns get back in this game. Anything can happen.
And then Mark Williams, a three-point play opportunity. And these become self-inflicted situations. Now he's here.
There you go. I was leading you into that. But I talked about his work ethic, and when you're now look at this zone, a little awkward for the Suns. It looks like almost like a box in one switching with Steph.
Kuminga in the middle of the zone. Draymond will drive it. Goes out on Quentin Post. And Post had it knocked away, but fouled.
Yeah, everybody.
It's cut to 16. Yeah, the turnovers early here, but played pretty marvelous basketball most of the night. And Kuminga in the middle of the zone, perfect for J.K.
Took his time, little turnaround jumper.
When you say the patience and the pace he's played with this year versus any other year of his career, just so noticeable. So slowing down Devin Booker, more difficult task. And that one knocked away. Warriors play the Quentin Post running the floor, wheeling with the baby hook, and Mark Williams sent it away, and it's goaltended.
I'm about to say, he was pretty far out around that dot. And Quentin Post got rewarded for running the floor there. That was nice.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler is not going to return to this game, so you can be careful with that back. Ryan Dunn, he's a fun player, man.
They are making someone else score. Double aggressive. Look at this middle of the zone again.
Draymond wants to set the screen. Now Steph will drive around the shot blocker and putting it up and in. Mark Williams couldn't get to it.
Change the angle of that screen. Just keep going, drive by the slow defender as Williams gets his revenge. Again, you double team on the. You don't want to give up the basket like that.
And Williams is only 23 of the 2 years at Duke. That's Draymond's 3rd turnover in this quarter.
And Steph started to go, kind of juked him out. Draymond didn't see Dunn was in good position.
There's a three. Kuminga the catch. Touchdown. That is a beautiful pass by Draymond Green.
And the foul. The pass, but the catch is amazing too. There, he's going to try to make that pass.
Did you see his interaction with Steve? He said, I thought Steph was cutting. That's why I threw it. And Steve said, I got it. And
he kind of juked him out there, usually the pressure.
When they were 25-9 in his starts last year, and it was playing that D, the point of attack defense, which is so critical. It's usually against the other team's star. Now Steph recovers that. Going to work on Iguodaro again. Making it up and in. If you're a big, And you're
But Steph is not taking no for an answer. I'm going right back at you. Devin Booker is coming right back at you.
So Moody commits the foul there.
So that's why they're double teaming. You'd rather bring out the entire repertoire when it comes to your finishing. The teardrops, jumping into guys, and figuring it out.
It's different in other pro sports. Baseball, a pitcher can shut down a good hitting lineup. Jepski, a little step around. And Brandon floating that home.
That creativity, Euro step ball over the top. It's too much to deal with.
Booker for the baseline. Devin Booker at Celtics early in his career. You mentioned the Olympic gold. Took this Phoenix team to the finals. Dominguez fight for the offensive rebound. Jepski thought about a reload three. Shot clock at 5. Brandon on a relocate, much tougher three. But the Warriors moved.
And they weren't rushed there. They didn't turn it over. You're okay with them at least getting a shot on goal.
Royce O'Neal, got to run him off the line, and he found him struggling.
Oh, watch out.
That pass fortunately got to Quentin Post. Did he do a Zaza? Trying to drop it down for Podziemski, but he committed the foul with the screen, and he did not agree with that.
My moderate-sized flavor at the fun-sized price of $3 each.
Struggled in the first half, kind of made the adjustment. Now you bring in Guy Santos, and Guy Santos is saying, can they match my intensity?
Tonight, it's been excellent. So Buddy Hield to Guy Santos with Steph Podziemski and Trace Jackson Davis. Doro, nothing going this possession. Podziemski's got to make something out of nothing. Shot clock at 1. Floated it up and out. Did well just to get a shot attempt. Right down the lane.
Well, Jordan Ottis ahead, throw it ahead, whatever you want to call it.
So the Suns, after getting pasted in that first half, having the engine play here in the third. Curry getting to the line. So sure I get to the line this trip down.
Why not? Plus, you're without Jimmy Butler the rest of the way. Steph is saying, I'll get to the free throw line next. You don't hear businesses use that term a lot.
5 years.
That's big.
Man. Other companies starting to match that. It's for 5 years. Let's go.
Everybody's looking for some consistency. Right. They're like, we'll give you 5 years of it. Man, Devin Booker is getting calls now. And what's interesting, Jordan Ott started out the right way, meeting with him, convincing Devin Booker that he understood how the game was evolving. This is how we can play. Shea, I like this.
Somewhere Shea Gilgeous-Alexander saying, hold my beer. 14 free throws, that's nothing. TJD on the roll. Laying it up and out. Couldn't decide whether to dunk it or flip it home. Podziemski missing that three. And saved back in, and Booker's got it again.
It looks thing to like 13 or 12.
Isaiah Livers had been banged up. This is his first playing time. Booker with the shot clock at 5. Ryan Gillespie off the line, and Livers down the lane, hammers it home.
Suns are 5th in opponent turnovers. They're going to get active with their hands. O'Neal.
Warriors throw it away again. What has happened in the second half? Gillespie is the sniper, but he'll put it on the deck. Great little space. Curry will track this.
Just go away from any pass that you're not sure about.
Draymond finding Moody. Catch and shoot corner three. Moses has 17.
And Steph created that one with him. Draymond slips out of it, and then you find Moses Moody.
Royce O'Neal missing. Good box out, Quentin Post, but Livers and eyes on Curry. We've seen that a lot. He goes right around Iguodala and flips it up and in.
He just decelled, kept Iguodala at bay. He was going to jump back into him.
So Steph's got 25.
I think Gillespie cutting through there.
Shooter sitting outside, Grayson Allen trying to find Livers, and there's Podziemski working with Moody. Moses in a foot race, and he's clubbed, and he will go to the line.
Now you're getting going. You have 25 fast break points, so they're 12.
And rebuild that lead. Moody has been spectacular tonight off the bench. He's got Warrior bench has been fabulous, phenomenal. Run Gillespie off the line. He's had that great three-point shooting start to the year. Grayson Allen on a reload. Quentin Post was flying at him, and he made it anyway. It's a double figures. When does Booker come back? Bajemski 3. Brandon's got 11.
Draymond got stuck with him. Opened up pods.
Grayson Allen again. Big rebound, Quentin Post. Let us set in the first half. Big. Be big, and they have been with 18 points and 7 boards.
They're battling on the boards.
Nice center combo tonight with Al Horford getting the night off, but ready for Sacramento tomorrow. Bajemski trying to turn the corner, and he gets stubborn getting contact. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He leaned into him the first time, didn't get the call.
Jordan Ott's like, okay, I'm pushing my chips in the middle.
Of course.
Here comes Devin Booker.
Booker love to do is set a lot of guard-to-guard screens. So can you talk it out? Communication is so important, especially how fast the game is now.
11. So the Warriors putting a bunch of guys in double figures. Allen skip pass. Goodwin missing that 3. He missed it so badly. It ricocheted right to Royce O'Neal. Draymond. Curry in, out, up. And wouldn't quite bank it home, and then he spilled on the baseline. Steph is okay. That was a dangerous collision. Booker missing that 3. Bajemski with the rebound. Warriors have this fourth quarter energy. Moody! He hits a 3. He's got 22. 5 of 7 from one charge, but you're not taking another one.
You think twice about it the next time. GP2 is good for the soul as Ryan Dunn goes to the basket and misses. Williams gets it back.
And Quentin Post rebounds the miss.
Steph, what his favorite fruit was.
Oh, there was the Zaza between the legs. And Steph couldn't hit the 3. Steph. So Booker, 17 in the 3rd. When does he ignite in the 4th? You want Dunn to live out there. He is 3 of 11. But when we give Phoenix extra opportunities, they got a lot of guys.
That shows you how hard defense is, especially when you don't finish it with a rebound. The long shots yield long misses. They were able to get the circle of honor covered.
Quentin Post. What a confident stroke there.
And celebrations. Again, Steph taking 2 defenders with him. Quentin Post can pop out of there.
Warriors are 12 and 3 when Quentin Post makes more than 3 threes. And Booker responding.
They got a foul there.
Moody's got to take a turn on Booker here. Not reaching. Booker gets Post on a switch. Ryan Dunn out of the corner. And Ryan Dunn, who had been 1 of 6, buries that 3.
So Draymond is just because he's helping off, because Devin Booker has the ball. Then he has to try to get back when this guy gets the ball.
Well, Dunn is the guy you're leaving. He's 1 of 6. He just made the Warriors pay, and Steph got it taken by Dunn. And Booker, with Quentin Post hustling back, saved the layup. Williams is fouled inside.
And they got rewarded for their patience. Well, you just got to make sure you're contesting as good as you can and making every shot tough as possible. That's how they overcame all the turnovers in that Spurs game.
Right.
The Suns shot the 3 ball so well, hit 19 threes.
You got that 15-3 run that kind of puts you back in double figures. Buddy Hield and Moses with Kuminga, Draymond, and Bajemski. Shot clock at 7. Bajemski on the big man. There is the giant killer. He missed that 3, and Moody with the foul.
So this is where Steph's out of the game, taking his rest.
3rd. Devin Booker sees single coverage. He's going at him, but Draymond, he's just amazing. Just helped out Buddy. Grayson Allen again.
Oh my goodness.
That is a tough shot.
He did that runaway step back.
Kuminga. And you've got a defensive 3-second violation. Mark Williams was guarding.
Everybody's got to have a step back nowadays, but that's a different type of step back.
Buddy made the technical free throw. Bajemski, lob, Kuminga guides it home.
He got fouled on that one too, but let's set that up.
Booker again. Can he keep Williams off the glass, and he just hammers it down.
Beast mode in there.
He's got a double-double, 12 and 12 in Milwaukee and Indiana. You're sitting there with an 11-point lead in Indiana and inside of 5.
Buddy Hield missed his opportunity to drive.
Draymond down the lane. That is erased, but Draymond was fouled.
A good thing.
With the Golden State Warriors, 3rd worst in the NBA in the 4th quarter. Now, very early in the season, but that's alarming. And Booker, he's got 38.
They have time to work with. You need to keep scoring. Does.
That's where Jimmy would score or get fouled or get in the bonus. Steph is back in. Draymond attacking. Quentin post, a high arcing 3 off back. Williams. Grayson Allen ran over Pajemski. Like you said, get shots on goal. You're working with an 8-point lead with 2:50 left. Curry down the lane. Steph will get himself to the.
Once I go left there, that's really nice.
Well, you got the best free thrower in the world and
The free throw line.
he had a whistle before he made that. It's going to be a team. And Steph.
Do you describe it? Warriors will take it.
And Steph. Rudy knocked it away from Booker. Booker saying, "Go away. I'll work it myself." Draymond's like, "I'm gonna help." Got it out of Booker's hands. Grayson Allen down the lane, floated short. Rebound, Mark Williams. He missed it short. Quentin post. Be big in there, and he is. And put this one away.
2 minutes in the 4th.
One more bucket or one more stop. Got Moody inside, and that should do it.
They're just waiting for Steph.
Back-to-backs by November 19th. No other team in the league is going to play 3. Get these back-to-backs out of the way. They played 15 this year, and you had squandered one in your last game, and you actually outplayed the Suns down the stretch to maintain as Mark Williams flies in.
I just love that some of the young Jackson Davis getting in the game. You guys with young legs. His first game of this back-to-back. Sometimes you need to lead them.
118-107 the final. Jordan Knott should be proud. This Suns team is on the way. And Steve Kerr should feel good too because the Warriors.
You needed this one. Your sense of urgency was through the